Tracy mentioned things you can do in ice dancing. There are certain things that are no-nos. For example, no standing, sitting, or leaning on a partner's boots or legs. No pushing or pulling by the boot or the leg. No holding of a partner's skates, and under no circumstance is lying on the ice allowed. There's a story there. Here's more from Mark Phillips.
The hard part of skating, as we all know, is standing up. Anybody can fall down, what with the ice being slippery and everything. So imagine the surprise of the skating world when all their best skaters started falling down, thinking they were being dramatic or something. For a while there, it seemed like there was a new rule. At the end of your program, you had to fall down and die. Death on ice. So what is this anyway, people began to ask. A rink or a graveyard? Skating's always strided that fine line between theatrics and athletics, and all this dying was becoming much too theatrical. So now they've outlawed it. No more lying down on the job, which is a bit of a pity because all this dying was becoming rather amusing. They died in all sorts of ways. Alone, together, apart, contorted. It's a wonder skates didn't come with the Surgeon General's warning. Skating causes death. Torval and Dean, of course, are giving credit for starting the craze when they died at the end of the famous Bolero routine. They could only have dreamed of what they'd see since.
I think back in 1984, and since that time, I think what we've seen on the ice is a lot of dying. You know, at the end of the program, it's been very tragic. It's been very
Well, you died
deep.
first, didn't you?
I think we died first, but not last.
At least Torval and Dean had the good sense to die only once a program. The Russian couple of Bestemianova and Buchan tried to set a new standard, which may explain the look of impending doom on her face. He actually died 4 times. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this was at the beginning of the program. But they're a spunky bunch, these skaters. They won't stay dead. Sometimes they come back to life to encourage the crowd. Sometimes they come back to life to encourage the judges. No wonder the skating establishment hated it.
If you're lying on the ice, you're not ice skating. And certainly if you're lying on the ice, you're definitely not ice dancing. And I think if you want to lie about, I think probably the best place is to go home and go to bed.
No matter how many times you died, no matter what you did after you died, enough already. All forms of skating now frown on it, and dancing has forbidden it, although not everyone agreed.
It kills me. No, unfortunately, they're taking a lot of the creativity out of not only single skating, but dancing.
The creativity, if that's what it was, will now have to find a more lively outlet. With dying now illegal, the skaters are having to come up with new endings for their programs, and while grievous bodily harm has become famous lately, nobody's tried that yet on the rink. So for now, it's the death of death on ice. Rest in peace.
There will be no rest tonight. We'll see Torval and Dean alive on the ice later this evening.